Hey, what's going on? It's Catherine Solis right here, and welcome to day one of the three-part Automate Your Business series. So I'm really excited about this day because we're going to go over how to get more interested prospective customers with the same amount of exposure you have right now. So this is really exciting stuff because I believe with this very video alone, you can automatically see an increase in interested prospective clients and customers in your business. So more traffic and exposure does not necessarily mean more sales. And I'm going to explain why that is, okay? So we all know that we need exposure to generate sales in our business. That's where traffic comes in, right? We know we need exposure. And so our traffic is usually, in direct relation to the amount of exposure that we have in our business. But when you focus, okay, when you switch focus to targeted traffic, there's a difference to just traffic and targeted traffic. Your targeted traffic is when you're attracting customers, you're attracting visitors. They're arriving at your website and they already have expressed some type of interest in your site's subject or what you're offering. The opposite would be just a random visitor, accidentally running across your site, basically looking for something else. You want to have targeted traffic. I want you to imagine something to help you get a picture of how this concept really works. So imagine you sell vegetarian cookbooks and you go get 100 visitors to your site. All right, you have 100 visitors of traffic that day. 75 of these visitors are meat eaters, okay? And 25 are vegetarian. Now, you still may get leads, right? You still may even get sales, but the conversion from visitors to fans to buyers would be obviously less than if you had 75 visitors who were vegetarian and 25 who were meat eaters. You get what I'm saying? So when you have 75 vegetarians land on your site and you're selling vegetarian cookbooks, you're going to get more sales as opposed to having 75 meat eaters land on your website or whatever it is that you're offering, right? Because they're more targeted. So here's another example. Okay, let's say this is kind of an offline example, but this is so you get a real picture of how important this very aspect is to your business. So if you're a fitness coach, okay, and let's say you wanted to go to Manhattan, you said, okay, well today I want to give out 200 flyers for my fitness coaching business. Okay, 200 flyers. Now, if you just stand on the corner of any street in Manhattan and start giving out these 200 flyers, because of the law of large numbers, you may get some people calling you back. You may get some sales out of that. Great job. But imagine now you gave out 200 flyers to people who came out of a gym. Imagine you stood outside of a gym or maybe even a health food store and you gave out those 200 flyers in front of in front of gyms or in front of health food stores. You can imagine that your return on investment, okay, is going to be higher just because of the people you're exposing your business to. They're more targeted customers. They're already interested in, being healthy, being, fit. And so you're going to get a lot more customers that way. So you want to focus on getting traffic from visitors who are already most likely interested in the products and service that you have to offer. See, the law of large numbers works, but your time and your energy is valuable. Okay, so it's better spent on targeting people who would be most likely or definitely interested in your product or your services. Okay, it should go to the most people qualified. All right, that's where you want your energy to go into because these people are the people who are going to want it the most. And think about this. There's going to be less convincing to do. You don't really have to do a lot of, nagging and convincing for these people because they're already interested. And you're going to naturally have higher sales conversions. And with the way the internet is now, it's easy to target your marketing to qualified people. That's why it's so powerful to come on the internet because though you can do that manually offline, when you come online, you're able to easily implement a strategy that you're able to market to your target audience, to people who are most qualified for your offers and your products, and there'll be no longer much convincing to do in your business. You'll have a lot more fun. You'll be marketing more efficiently, okay, and effectively. So I want to go over just 3 things you want to think about to start generating more targeted traffic, okay, into your business. But before I do, just to recap real quick on that, focus your energy, focus your time on the people who are most qualified for your offers, okay? So let's look at the three things. You want to think about who is most likely to buy my offer. So if you don't already have an offer, once you do, you want to start thinking about these things, but look at your products, look at your services, look at your offers, and think, who's most likely to buy this? Who really needs this? And that's a whole nother training in itself. So I'm not going to get too much in depth into that, but you want to get clear on that. Then you just want to think about, okay, now that I know who that person is, where do they hang out? Okay, if you're doing offline, this even still helps people who are doing offline. But of course, clearly, we're here to help you automate it and get more results with it online. So are they hanging out on Facebook? Are they hanging out more on Twitter? Are they hanging out on certain websites that you can write down? Are they hanging out on Instagram, right? You want to think about where are they hanging out online, and then you want to market to that group to generate your traffic. And I already know that by listening to this probably sounds more appealing to you already, because maybe you've been marketing and maybe you're just thinking about, okay, let me get exposure, exposure, exposure. And though that's a good attitude to have, hustling to get the most eyes on your offers and your products and your services and your website, though you want to get the most eyes on your stuff, you will spend the same amount of energy or less going ahead and taking that energy into the people who are going to want what you have to offer. And that's going to feel so much better. And you're going to feel much more like an entrepreneur that way, rather than, an annoying salesperson, right? So that's the three key things you want to look at. These are the key basic things you want to look at to start generating your targeted traffic. Okay? Who's the most likely to buy it? Where do they hang out? And then create a strategy to go ahead and market to that group of people through that, wherever they hang out, to start generating your targeted traffic. Like I said, this is going to lead to more higher conversions with the same amount of traffic you have now. If you just go ahead and shift that traffic, if you're getting 500 visitors per day on your blog, fine. Now focus on making that targeted. If you're just getting 50 visitors per day on your sites, okay, make that targeted traffic. Okay, you're going to start to see more results. You're going to start to see more people reaching out to you, messaging you, wanting to know more. Okay, so that is the key to this part of the three-part series. So tomorrow, what I'm going to go over is the most important step in automating sales. So today you've learned the first part, which is generating your targeted traffic. Not just traffic, not just any kind of traffic, but targeted traffic, and focusing your energy on the people most qualified or the people who are going to be most interested. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to take those visitors, okay, and then bring them into a process that's going to help you automate sales from those highly motivated prospective customers. So I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out and much love, Catherine.